Hi everyone, and welcome to English 101 online at Mesa College. My name is Brianna Kuhn, and I am going to be your instructor for this semester. So please watch this video in its entirety, as I will be going through the syllabus, how to navigate through our course, and really how to be successful in an online setting. So again, please watch this in its entirety and stick with me all the way through. So let's go ahead and get started. I already went to the syllabus tab on Blackboard and I found our syllabus, so here it is right here. So let's just go through the syllabus here. This is English 101 online, reading and composition, and these are the dates of our course, the 22nd of August through December 17th. My name, Brianna Kuhn. This is my email address. This is how you can get in contact with me, and it's really the best and pretty much the only way to get in contact with me, and I'll explain that later on, but really use my email address to get a hold of me. Our class is online. This is our section number, the units, and our final exam will be due the last week of class by December 17th, okay? Long ways away from now. So let's look at our book. It is the Longman Reader, the 11th edition. This is it right here. You can also see a picture of the cover on the syllabus. I have provided the ISBN for you in case you'd like to find it online. Alright. And you will need that book immediately, okay? You also need printer and paper, a college-level dictionary, and a flash drive. Make sure that you have met one of the prereqs, otherwise you cannot continue in our course, okay? So do make sure that you have completed one of those listed there. Here's some important deadlines to take note of, okay? The add and drop deadline is September 2nd. The pass, no pass option, you can decide to take this class pass or no pass, and you have to decide that by the 23rd. If you're unsure about what that means, just contact the admissions office or the registrar, okay? And then the withdrawal deadline is the 28th, okay? So after the 28th, if you stay in the course but you don't complete any work, it turns into an F. Okay, so you need to make sure that if you don't drop by the 2nd, you drop in between the 2nd and the 28th, you'll get a W instead of an F, okay? If you drop before the 2nd, then it's like you never enrolled in the class at all, you get your money back, it won't even show up on your transcript, okay? Alright, so this course is designed for transfer level students or for those who want to develop competence in college level reading and composition. Students read, analyze, discuss, and think critically using a variety of works and sources. Based on these activities, students write essays, fully documented research projects, and other types of texts for various purposes and audiences. This written work, which demonstrates effective, logical, and precise expression of ideas, totals at least 6,000 graded words. Designated sections of this course may be taught from a specific cultural perspective. This course has been designed to provide a rewarding college and writing experience. I have carefully designed reading and writing assignments, assuming that you will spend from 8 to 12 hours studying and completing assignments. Thus, if you are prepared to commit, if this should say 8 to 12, sorry about that, hours every week for this course, you will succeed in achieving your course goals. To achieve your desired course grade, complete all reading and writing assignments on time. Annotate the readings to ensure comprehension and participate in online class discussion. Also, be sure to contact me with any questions or concerns about the course. That is the most effective way to ensure that you understand the prompt and expectations for any given assignment. Also, I am happy to speak with you about any step of the writing process. Start your writing assignments early, create an outline, a thesis if necessary, compile any sources thoughtfully, and leave time to thoroughly edit. Students generally lose points for lack of clarity, unorganized essays, simple grammar errors, and/or incomplete paragraphs or thoughts. Don't let that be you. You are responsible for your success in 101. You have chosen to participate in this online course. This means that you are committed to completing all assignments, participating actively in online classroom discussions and group work, and improving your skills. Your success in this class depends heavily upon spending, again, 8 to 12 hours per week on this course. If your schedule does not permit this level of study, you may want to postpone taking this class until you can spend the requisite time necessary to complete the required work. Alright, so you must have your own textbook, okay? Online discussions, instruction, and assignments are crucial components of English 101 and offer you the essential tools to succeed in this class. Therefore, you must watch all the videos posted for lectures, PowerPoints, and instructions, and also complete all the online discussion boards, journals, and blogs. You must also be ready to engage in discussion and classroom activities. Failure to do so will affect your grade negatively. Even though this is an online course, you are still required to attend class. This means that you must watch the required videos and complete the assignments. Failure to do so will result in a lower participation grade, just like it would in a regular classroom setting. You must log into Blackboard frequently in order to get full points for participation and attendance. Blackboard tracks your attendance so I can see when students are logged in. Okay, here's a link on how to navigate Blackboard, though in just a couple minutes I'm going to show you how to do that for our specific course, so just stay tuned. I'll let you guys look at the student learning outcomes and course objectives, so we can skip down here. Okay, we're on page 4. Course organization. This course will be divided into weekly learning modules. Each module will contain all the lecture materials, handouts, videos, assignments, including discussion boards, journals, blogs, and grammar assignments, quizzes, and submission links for the week. Some material must be completed before the next assignment will become visible. If an item must be marked reviewed by a participant, a button labeled Mark Reviewed will be displayed under the item. Once selected, this button will toggle to Reviewed and the next piece of content will be open to the participant. Each module will only become available at the start of each new calendar week on Sunday at 7 a.m. Okay. So I want to show you Blackboard right now, just so you kind of get an idea of what this all means, because I know this language can be kind of confusing. So, as it says here, each module becomes available every Sunday. Alright, so let's go to Blackboard. The most important tab that you will see here is the Learning Modules tab. This is where you will complete essentially everything for the course. Okay? Learning Modules. Click on it. Alright. So there's a note about learning module availability here. As explained in the syllabus, learning modules are released every Sunday at 7. Therefore, all assignments within each learning module are due by the end of each week on Saturday at 11:59 p.m., with the exception of the original discussion board posts, which are due each Friday. This means that you won't see Module 2 until Sunday at 7 a.m., even if you've completed everything for Module 1 earlier in the week. This is not a self-paced class. We will complete the learning modules as they are assigned each week. By the end of the course, you should find all learning modules on this page. Okay? So let me go ahead really quickly here. I'm going to make this one visible, just so that this is easier to kind of explain. Let's see if this will load. Here we go. Okay. So you'll notice once I make this available, the notebook icon here turns blue, okay? And that means it's available to you. If it's gray, really you won't even know if it's gray because you can't even see it, but it's gray on my end. Anyways, if you notice, this says Learning Module 1. LM refers to Learning Module. These are the dates of Learning Module 1, which corresponds to week 1 of our course, right? August 22nd to August 27th. All of the reading is listed right here, okay? You have 2 sections, Reading Critically and the Writing Process Stage 1. I have a note here explaining that the first week's readings are in Learning Module 1. They're also in our textbook, but I always give people, or students, the week 1 readings just in case you don't have your book. Okay, but after that, I will not be providing any more readings. Okay, they will be in our textbook. This lists the assignments that are due in Learning Module 1. Okay, so we have the Icebreaker Discussion Board. DB refers to Discussion Board. So your original response is due Friday, 8/26 at 11:59. And this should actually be entered down. It will be once you see it, but we also have Quiz 1, which is a syllabus quiz, which is due Saturday. Your responses to your peers Icebreaker Discussion Board is due Saturday, and your journal on the reading and writing process is due Saturday. Okay? The reading and writing process journal, of course, refers to the readings for the week. Okay? So again, all of your assignments will be listed right there, and I'll go through it later, but it will also be listed on the course schedule. Okay, so it also tells you that you need to watch actually the video that you're watching right now. Okay, so this simply is kind of a list of everything you're going to find in the learning module and everything you need to complete for the week, for the whole week. Okay, so once we click on it, that's where you can access all of these things. Okay, so the syllabus video is right here. Okay, you're already watching it, which is great. The week 1 readings, and actually that's why I made this available. So let me show you what it looks like from your perspective. Okay, so from your perspective it looks like this. Notice it says page 1 of 7. That means there's 7 pages in this learning module. The 7 pages are also listed right here in the table of contents. Okay, so the first page is the video. You would click on it to start watching it. Okay, and then it loads, but you don't want to watch. Okay, so you would just watch the video. Once you're done, you go to the next page. Okay, now this is a folder for the week 1 readings. Okay, so this is just the folder, so you have to go to the next one. Okay, here's reading 1 for the week. Again, you can also find it in the textbook, but again, for the week 1 readings, I've given them to you on Blackboard just in case you don't have your books. Okay, this takes a second to load because the files are pretty large. You can also click on this link here if you'd rather see it as a new file, as a new tab up here, as a PDF. Okay, so that will load. That's one of the readings. The next page is the second reading for the week. Okay, same thing will happen. And then here is our discussion board. Okay, so for this is the icebreaker, if you notice here, DB1 icebreaker. So when you're ready to do it, you read the instructions right here. It also lists the due dates here. You click to launch to complete the discussion board. When you're ready to complete it, you create thread. Again, the instructions are right here again, if you don't know them yet. You write something in the subject line, you write your response to the discussion board right here, and then you hit submit. And that is your original response. That is what is due on Friday. Okay? So again, you write a subject and you answer whatever prompt it has right here, you answer that right here in the text box, and then you hit submit. So I won't submit anything, so I'll go back to our learning module. Okay. But make sure you hit submit in order for me to read your work. And then you have to make sure you go back to that discussion board by Saturday and respond to 2 of your peers. Okay? And then to do that, all you have to do is go back to the discussion board forum, click on somebody's post, and then hit reply. Okay? And then the next assignment is your journal. Okay? Again, this is on the reading and writing process readings that are right here in the week 1 learning module. Again, click to launch. The journal instructions are right here. You're going to be answering these 2 sets of questions from the chapters. Okay? When you're ready, you hit create journal entry. Same thing as the discussion board. The one main difference between a journal and a discussion board is that the discussion boards are public to the whole class, while the journals, only you and I will be able to read it. Okay, so no other students in the class can read your journal. So again, you provide a subject, you type your responses to the journal questions, and then you hit post entry. And that is how you submit your journal for the week. And then there was one more thing in the learning module that we have to do for the week, and that is the syllabus quiz. So we want to make sure that we complete it. So instead of toggling all the way through the learning module again, we can just go right here in the table of contents. Okay, it'll take us to the syllabus quiz. Again, click to launch. There will be instructions on the next page right here. It tells you how much time you have. When you're ready to start the quiz, you hit begin, and then you just go through and answer the questions and hit submit. Okay? And that is everything for all of week 1. Okay? And then the following Sunday at 7 a.m., okay, you will be able to see, if this loads, you will be able to see Learning Module 2. Notice 828 to 9.3, right? And so on for the entire course. Okay, so that is essentially how to navigate through the learning modules. One more thing I'm going to show you on Blackboard is the Handouts tab. Now, if you're anything like me, okay, as a student, I like to be very, very organized, and I'm still very organized as a professor, but as a student, what I liked to do is organize all of my materials around the essays. So I have Unit 1 corresponds to everything for Essay 1. Okay, so if you click on it, all the materials you need for Essay 1 are right here. Okay, so you have the prompt, there's a prompt video, the skills handout that you need, the outline, the rubric, sample essays, everything. Now, none of the assignments are going to be in the Handouts tab. For example, the discussion boards, the journals, the quizzes, none of that can be found in the Handouts tab. That all has to be completed in the Learning Modules tab. But the Handouts tab is just a secondary way to organize your handouts for the essays. So again, everything in the Handouts tab will come up in a learning module at some point. But again, this is a way, if you just want to keep it all in one place, this is where you can find anything you need for the essay instead of going through the learning modules in order to find what you need. Okay? If that was completely confusing to you, ignore the Handouts tab completely, okay? Because everything, again, like I said, will be in the learning modules. So for example, just in case you don't believe me, okay, in Learning Module 2, okay, the Essay 1 prompt explanation video is there, and then when we go into Learning Module 2, you will see everything you need for Essay 2, okay, Essay 1, the prompt, okay. What else do we have here? Okay, outline, rubric, sample essays, okay. So again, you can use the Handouts tab or you can use the learning modules as they come up for the essay handouts, okay. So that is essentially Blackboard. Let's return to our syllabus, okay. Alright, so in total there will be 4 essays ranging in page length from 3 to 6 pages. And this should say Essay 4, sorry about that. Essay 4 will be a research paper. There will also be a final exam, which will be a timed essay. The homework I just went over, that's everything in the learning modules, right? The discussion, the journals, and then of course the quizzes here. The quizzes give you credit for having done the reading. It also tests your comprehension of all the skills that we go over from week to week, okay? Okay. So I do offer 1 revision, so you can revise any of the first 3 essays, okay? You cannot revise the in-class final exam or the research paper because those are due on the last day of class, okay? So there's no time to revise them. But any of the first 3 papers, you can revise. The revision is optional, and it is due the last day of class, December 17th. However, if you'd like to revise it early, you have that option, okay? And you can either wait until you get paper 3 back to decide which one, if any, you'd like to revise. Or if you struggle on one essay in particular, you already know that's the one you want to revise, you can go ahead and do that right away. Okay. Again, the revision is optional, but it does replace the original score. So say, for example, on Essay 2, you get a 60, and you're really bummed. You're like, dang it, I got a D on Essay 2. Okay, well, you can revise it up to 100%. So say you get a 95 the second time around. Okay, so now you have a 95 on Essay 2. All right. So the revision is really, really helpful, both to boost your grade, of course, that's what you guys care about, but also to really hone in on the skills that you're struggling with as essay writers. Okay, you can go through, find your mistakes. I give direct and targeted feedback to everybody on their essays. So you go through, you look at my comments, and then you work on those specific things that you're struggling on. So the revision really does help to improve your writing. Okay? Participation. This is a discussion-based class, therefore you are expected to participate actively. You will be asked to submit your reactions to our text and respond to your peers' ideas. Completing these assignments along with any group work and group peer review will count toward your participation grade. As long as you have done your assigned work, it will not be difficult. Any quizzes, free writing, group activities, or other classwork assignments will be included in the participation grade. Okay. So since this is an online class, there are different technical links here to help you with, say, browser support or checking Java or pop-up blockers or Adobe, okay? These links will help you to prepare your computer for this course, okay? Etiquette. Respectful behavior is expected of you in our online learning environment. Please read the etiquette guidelines available at this link right here. Okay. You guys need to be respectful. Okay. I understand that there's anonymity in an online setting. Okay. People can't see you. So sometimes that leads to people being a little bit abrasive or aggressive online. But you just need to make sure that you're being respectful of your peers. Okay. It's fine if you disagree with each other, but you need to make sure that you are disagreeing in a respectful way and not attacking anyone. So there is a line there, and if you need to, please read this for further clarification. Okay, for email, I will respond to emails as quickly as possible. However, I may not respond as quickly on weekends or holidays. When you do email me, this is super important. When you do email me, please be respectful and professional. Address me before beginning your message, edit your email for grammar errors, and please sign your name. Also, please include our course section number listed at the top of the syllabus in the subject line of your email, as I am teaching more than one section this semester. Just a quick note on emails, I am your professor, so you do need to treat me as such. We're not buddies, we're not friends, okay, so we're not going to be like texting, alright? So your emails shouldn't look like text messages either. I shouldn't see any emoticons, I shouldn't see any lowercase i's when you're referring to yourself. I shouldn't see any, slang spelling of words like tonight, T-O-N-I-T-E. Okay, you need to be respectful. Email me as if you were speaking to your superior, like your boss or somebody in power, okay? It needs to be a professional email whenever you get in contact with me, all right? Attendance. Basically, I can drop you if I don't see you logged in after a week's time. You need to be logged in consistently. Otherwise, you're just not participating in the class. We can skip workshops. For Safe Assign, essentially this is like Turnitin, if you've ever heard of it. There are no extra steps you need to take with Safe Assign. Basically, I have a video explaining how to do this later on in the course when it becomes relevant. But Safe Assign is essentially a database that checks for plagiarism, okay? So, you are agreeing essentially to put your paper into this database, which means anybody who takes any class in the future will submit their paper to the same database, and it will check against your paper among other thousands of papers already there for plagiarism. Okay, so this is the statement that you need to agree to. Again, there's no extra step you need to take in order to put your paper up there. When you go to submit your essay, all you have to do is click the box that says I agree, but it's all in Blackboard and it's very, very easy. Okay. All assignments, including homework, are due when they are due, period. Okay. For plagiarism, don't plagiarize. Okay, there are thousands, millions of people in this world who do not get the privilege of an education. So take pride in the education that you're receiving. Take pride in your own work. Write your own essays. Earn your own grades. Don't copy and paste from the internet. Don't have someone else write your paper for you. It's just really disheartening, okay? So take college seriously. Take this class seriously. Take yourself seriously and turn in your own work. All right. course assistance services, disabled students, please contact me if you require any extra accommodations. I'm very happy to work with you. There is a DSPS office on campus that also offers really awesome accommodations for you too if you need anything. Okay. All right. There's also free tutoring. Okay, the Bridging Lab Academic Skills Center, the tutoring center. The LRC actually has really good tutoring, and they also offer free online tutoring. So please take advantage of that. Okay, it is free, and they do online as well if you're not local. So please do take advantage of that. The LRC also offers writing workshops. So please check the schedule online for that as well. Okay, great. So this is our point breakdown here. Okay, there's 3 essays and then the research paper. Okay, 300 and 200. Then there's 2 assignments that lead up to the research paper that will help you kind of organize and start writing it. Those are 50 points each. The discussion boards are all 20 points, and there's 14 of them for a total of 280. There's 7 journals for 15 points each for 105. And then those Safe Assign submissions I was talking about, every time you submit your essay on Safe Assign, you get 10 points. There's 8 quizzes totaling 136 points, and your final is 75 for a really random total of 1,236 points. Okay. Mesa College does not do plus or minuses, so it's just A, B, C, D, F. Okay. So please be aware that I don't round up grades. I don't round up grades. So you'll notice here the point ranges that you need in order to get whatever grade you're looking for. Okay. All right, we have finally arrived at the course schedule. So like I was mentioning before, okay, on Blackboard here, everything is listed right here. Okay, so the learning module assignments, right? If you notice, DB1, the icebreaker, the syllabus quiz, the responses, and the journal. If you notice, all of that is listed right here as well. Okay, so everything corresponds. So at the top here, you're responsible for completion of the work listed in addition to all writing lab assignments. Page numbers, for example, White 107 refer to the Longman Reader 11th edition. LM refers to online learning modules on Blackboard. Each date is the due date for readings and tasks. DB stands for discussion boards. Original posts are due Friday. Responses to peers are due Saturday. The only thing that's ever due every single Friday is the original responses to the discussion boards. Everything else, every single assignment, everything else is due Saturdays at midnight, at 11:59, okay? The responses to your peers, the journals, the essays, the quizzes, all of that is always due on Saturday. Again, the only thing ever due on Fridays is your initial or original response to the discussion board. For example, your response to the icebreaker. Okay? So everything listed in this column right here are the assignments and readings that you need to do for that week. Everything listed on the right is just simply a description of the topics covered in class. Okay, on the left, it's what week we're in and the corresponding dates of that week, which again are parallel, hopefully, to the dates online. Okay, so that is basically the syllabus and the welcome video for our class. Again, everything is here. Everything for the whole semester is listed here. So you can see when all the essays are due. The first essay is due week 4, September 17th. Okay. So the best way to get in contact with me is to email me at the email listed here. Okay, very respectfully. Okay. Another way is if you go to discussions on Blackboard. We don't need 2 of them. There is a Q&A discussion board right here. So if you click on it, okay, just like the discussion boards, you create a thread, and you can ask any question you want. Okay. Now remember, discussion boards are public. Okay, so this means that any question you ask will go to the whole class, including myself. But what's cool about it is anybody can answer. Any student can answer. answer as well. So that's something that's really good. All right. But if you have something that you just want to ask me personally, feel free to email me, and I usually respond very, very quickly. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to the course. Feel free to ask me any questions that come up, and I look forward to seeing you online.